Hello children, today we will study about program to calculate factorial So today we will study about program to calculate factorial of a number using function and returning result to main function. That is, we are displaying the result in the main function. So first of all, we have created the class over here factorial, and now we will create the function. We will create the function fact, and since we have to return, so we will write the return type over here as int. We have taken function name as fact, and we are passing the number over here int a. So now first of all we will create the function factorial over here. So for creating the function factorial, what we have to do, we are just writing the coding for the factorial of a number. We have taken one variable int f. Now we will use the for loop to find the factorial of a number. In the for loop, we are taking one variable I that is going from 1, and it will move up to the number that we have stored in variable a, and then we increment this variable I here. So we have taken a variable, we are using the for loop over here. As you are watching, we have taken the for loop over here, and in the for loop we are going to find the factorial of a number. Here we are finding the factorial of a number within the for loop, and after calculating the factorial of a number, we will return this to the main function. So here children, what we have to do, first of all, we have to make one function of fact. With the name fact, we are creating one function and calculating factorial of a number over here, and then it is written in the comment, say return result to the main function. It is saying that we have to return the result to the main function. So we have to remember that we have to create two things, that is first of all the fact function, and another is the here you are watching that we have to create the main function over here. As you are seeing in the video that we have the main function over here. So first of all, in the fact function, what we have to do, in the fact function we have taken a parameter over here. This parameter is known as your this over here, this parameter which is written as int a over here. This parameter is your formal parameter. Formal parameter's value is being used in this function fact. So we have calculated factorial. We have taken a variable I over here as 1, and we are running the loop till a and multiplying the value of f with I. As you already know that we have taken f equals to 1 over here. Why? Because on multiplying we get the result, because in factorial we have to multiply from the number 1 to the till up to the number and store the result. So we are multiplying over here and storing the result. Then we have created the main function over here. We have created one main function, and in the main function, as it is visible to you all, that we are using the scanner statement over here. We have written scanner sc equals to new scanner system.in. Hope it is visible to you. that we have taken the scanner statement, and remember that for the scanner statement S should be in capital letters. Scanner S should be in capital letters, then this is the object SC, and then again system S is in capital letter. So we have taken the scan statement. Now we have to enter the number. So to enter the number, we have written system.println, enter the number over here. After entering the number, what we are doing, we have to use the function. Since this is the scanner statement, so we are using the nextInt function. In the nextInt function, we are storing in the n variable, we are storing with the help of nextInt function the value of the number which we have to calculate the factorial. After that, we are creating the object over here. Object will be created as the name of the class. Here name of the class is factorial, so we are creating the object over here. Just see it, factorial ob equals to new factorial. That means class name, then object name is ob equals to new is used to allocate the memory, and then again we have written class name as factorial. So from here you are watching that we have written one statement, return f. Earlier we have not discussed. Now in this program we are discussing that return f means whatever value it is returning, it will be stored in variable over here k. Here what we are doing, we are calling the function. You can write the comment as, hope it is visible to you all, function calling. So comments help to in the comment just help us while writing your coding. So after some time, if you watch your coding, you will be able to remember, yes, we are doing over here what we are doing over here. Like over here we are calling the function fact. So n value is passed over here, and that n value will be going up in the function definition and stored in variable a over here. This value will be calculated over here. After calculating, it is returning f. See, return type of f is int over here. So remember, whatever return type of the variable is, same return type we have to use where we are storing the value. From here, suppose we have entered the value of n to be 5. So 5 is passed over here in this variable fact n. 5 is passed, and that value will be stored in variable a over here in the function definition. This is your function definition. Entire thing is your function definition. In function header, a variable is given, so it will store the value over here, and then with the help of for loop, it will calculate the factorial of a, that is 5 we have taken initially, so it will give you the result to be 120, and 120 is returned and stored in variable k over here. After storing the value, it will print over here factorial of a number. See over here, it will print the value factorial of a number is k. Here we are doing. Now we will compile a program, and you will see here it is giving compiled, class compiled, no syntax error. So it is displaying that you don't have any syntax error in the program. So now we will run a program. When we right click on the program, we will see over here again we have the two types of finding the output. So it depends on you. In the earlier video I have told you that how we are going to pass. It depends on you that you create the object and then pass the value, or with the help of void main directly on the terminal window also you can enter the value. This time we are doing with the help of terminal window, void main function. So we have click on the void main function, and this dialog box will appear. So when we click on OK button, so a terminal window is displayed, and on the terminal window it is giving you the statement, enter the number. So here we will suppose enter the number 5, and on pressing the enter key, it is giving factorial of a number is C, 120. We are getting the result as over here. See, we are getting the result as factorial of a number is 120. So whatever is being passed, so it will give you the number. Let's see how we are going to do with the help of function also. So here is a class factorial. When we right click on it, again we are watching that new factorial is given. So new factorial will again display the dialog box. This dialog box will ask you to name of the instant. So name of the instant, it is initially taking factorial 1. You can change and give the name of your choice. So on clicking OK, it will display as this. As you can see in the corner, object is created over here. So when we right click on the object, it will give the function's name over here. As you can see, function name is given int fact int a. On clicking on this, one more dialog box will appear, and in this dialog box, if we enter the value, suppose we have entered 5 over here, and when we click on OK button over here, it is going to display you the result of the value which you have entered. See over here, it has given you the value in this dialog box. Method result is fact 120. So in this way also you can run your program. So these are the two methods to run your program, and try to do see the coding, entire coding is given over here. Check it once, the coding of your program. In case of queries, you may ask me.